And problems with Magee's weight last night meant they're still to look into each other's eyes.
Remember what I said, look at me.
Here we go.
I spoke to both of you in the dressing room. You know what's expected of you. When I speak to you, listen, get on with the job. Shake hands. Have a good one.
They didn't really want to shake hands. There's needle, there's passion, there's pure adrenaline. Eagerly anticipated, like Colin Dunn and Billy Schwer, or Ricky Hatton and John Faxton, Magee Neary. We hope will live up to all expectations. Should Magee use his superior skills to box on the outside and refuse to be drawn in, which is surely Neary's tactics?
Yeah, he must do. Magee must be thinking, get a couple of rounds, get 3 or 4 rounds in the bank in the early stages, because if this fight goes to the late stages, it's going to be grueling, and it's nice if you can maybe coast a round or 2. But I keep worrying about what Shea Neary has done to his body to make 10 stone. I know he made the scales first visit, but you have to remember, Adam, a fighter who has terrible weight worries always makes the weight at the first visit because he's really concentrating on doing so. I think the fact that Magee didn't make it, just carelessness.
I saw him back in the summer, Shea Neary, and he must have been 12 and a half, 13 stone. He's really had to boil down, but new trainer Charles Atkinson is an expert at that, having worked with the ties, but a Magee punch immediately has an effect on Neary, and it was Mickey Ward's left hook to the body which made Neary wince in the first round of their epic encounter at Olympia in March. And that was a worrying sign.
Neary's punches are a little bit slow and predictable in the first round here. Magee is just settling down, having a good look, not committing himself, but just working with the counters. A little bit more sharpness will be required from Neary.
As Neary trying to get close and pump out his own jab. He struggled a little bit when he fought Naz Sheepers, the southpaw South African, in a defense of his WBU title, and Magee brings skills and craft as well as that southpaw stance, which is always difficult for orthodox fighters. But Magee has never really been tested. Can Neary put him under pressure and back the Belfast boxer up?
But he's not doing that now. He's circling rather than moving forward. He should be trying to step forward and back Magee up. Magee looking quite comfortable in the first round here, just drawing the leads and pinning little counters.
Very confident and very strong look about Eamonn Magee. There has been question marks over his dedication in the past. The only time he's really had to put it all out was when he fought Paul Burke in a grudge rematch, and he dispatched Burke.
Neary also needs a tighter defence. He needs his hands up in front of his face. He's not going to be slipping many punches, so he's going to have to block them.
Neary tries the right back. Magee comes with a counter. Sharp work this from Magee. Excellent start from the man from the Ardoyne district of Belfast. There's Eamonn Magee with trainer John Breen, who never wanted him at the beginning because he used to mess around in a bad crowd and drink and get into all sorts of problems, but he straightened himself out. There's Denny Mancini as well with Magee, but it was a confident, positive start.
Yeah, he found his rhythm very early. Neary, who's usually a slow starter, was a little bit hesitant. I mean, that was just a balance thing there. But very sharp, just took his time, didn't make a single mistake throughout the first round. Magee, an excellent start, and that will build on his confidence. He seems confident enough to begin with. I know Neary sometimes takes a few rounds to get going. He's going to have to get going and get going forward.
Here's the second, the Commonwealth light welterweight belt that Eamonn Magee owns. On the right of your screens, in the green, white and gold, Shea Neary in traditional black. The same monastic training Neary has stayed in a flat in the Kensington area of Liverpool. No TVs, no radios, no newspapers, only concentrating on this. It's a vital fight for Neary. But at the moment, Magee looking the superior boxer. Neary looking ragged.
See, he's just leading with single punches against a tricky southpaw. You have to feint, you have to force him into making some mistakes. If he just marches forward leading with a jab, he'll be countered all night long. That's what's happening so far. Really, he's going to have to break the rhythm. Look feint here, look threaten. But he's too predictable, and Magee is going to be enjoying this unless Neary changes his tactics.
Right jab and left hand, and Magee is catching Neary. The tight defence is not there from the Liverpudlian at the moment. He might have to throw everything at this Neary if it gets to desperation stakes. At the moment, Magee boxing well on the outside at his pace. That's better from Neary. Trying to back Magee up with the right hand.
That was more like it, throwing 3 punches. No use. He's a slick southpaw. Magee, excellent boxer, great amateur pedigree. You can't throw single jabs against a southpaw.
Yes, he had 200 amateur fights and lost only about 9. The talent is there. But he has to produce it. Right hand from Magee, shakes Neary, and Magee piles the pressure on. Neary holds his gloves up. Excellent work from Eamonn Magee, and Shea Neary in real trouble in this second round.
Neary must grab hold of him. He must grab hold and clear his head, but he's just standing there trying to block. His experience at the top level should know you've got to grab hold of the other guy and nullify his punt. He's got through the crisis, I think, but that was a beautiful shot.
Magee's uppercuts having more effect. Neary trying to charge back, but superb quality shots going in from Eamonn Magee. He said he'd produce it tonight, and so far, so good.
The way Magee flashed into action there when that punch landed proves he is really sharp tonight.
A little nod at the end of the round. He knows he's 2 in the bank, and he has wobbled Neary.
That was a beautiful punch. He almost floored Neary, but at this point he was badly shaken, he was under severe pressure. This is where you have to grab hold of the opponent, stop him throwing punches. You don't just stand there with your hands up doing nothing. Really, I'm surprised in the experience he's picked up over the years that he should have been able to cope with that better. Thankfully for him, he got through the crisis. But what has that done for Eamonn Magee's confidence? Lovely right hook from the southpaw stance.
What I liked is when he got Neary hurt, he was willing to stand and trade with him, Magee.
Sprung right into action, yep. He's positioning the goods so far, Eamonn Magee. If the fight goes to the middle stages and later stages, then maybe a few other questions will be answered. But certainly at this stage, he's boxing beautifully.
Third round then. 29-year-old Eamonn Magee in the Irish colours. 3 years older, Shea Neary. He's only lost 1. That thriller against Mickey Ward. And he backs up Magee. Now Neary tries to apply the pressure and draw Magee in. Right to the body. We'll see what Eamonn Magee's made of.
Well, Neary's answered the way he normally does. Right back into action.
Magee just taking his time. Popping out the jab. The added ingredient to this is that both men looked so poor in their last outing. Shea Neary came back after the Mickey Ward fight and disappointed in a 10-round fight with Alan Bosworth. He scraped home there, and Magee scraped home against Pavel Melnikov. controversial with that down at the Yorkport, and he's been sparring with Melnikov in preparation for this. And they've had some wars in the gym, apparently.
And Magee done nothing so far in this round. I don't know if a couple of solid shots is maybe just having a rethink, but he hasn't been too effective so far in this round. Nearly getting himself back into the fight here. Not really pinning Magee down, but forcing the action a bit more.
Now forward comes Neary, stalking Magee. Clever right from Magee in a left hand. But there's that slightly worried look on the face of Magee. He might have to weather a few storms. No one really knows how good Eamonn Magee is, because he's rarely been backed up, and he is, by Shea Neary.
Neary should always be also trying to circle Magee in the other direction. A southpaw wants to move to his own right, so Neary should be stepping across and forcing him round the other way. It takes away a lot of the rhythm in their legs. But still, he's getting through the shots now, Neary.
As he doesn't mind eating a couple of jabs, Neary, if he can land his big right hooks. Very strong and brave.
Be fast, look!
Magee reverts to his boxing, but compared to the second round, he's gone into a shell. This is very strange, and Eamonn Magee can be in fights. He can turn off.
Well, these are the questions I thought of another few rounds before we were asking, but we're asking them a little bit earlier.
In the other corner, there's Charles Atkinson at the back, who's been brought in to help Shea Neary. He's trained many Thai world champions in the past, and said he wouldn't have taken on Neary if he didn't think Neary could win this fight and win it well.
Well, he has great experience in getting fighters to make the weight, but what a difference in Shea Neary, and also what a difference in Eamonn Magee. The first little sign that things weren't going his own way, as you said, he went into a shell, stopped throwing punches, really went on the defensive, didn't really trade at any time with Neary in that round. So we're going to find some things out now. Typical Neary stuff, just comes through the pain, comes through the punches, and gets his own shots off. Took a few himself in that round, but did enough to nick the round, I felt.
Everybody's split as to who's going to win this. Former world flyweight champion Dave McCauley, who's at ringside, believes Eamonn Magee. Brendan Ingle was also with Magee. Tommy Gilmore, the promoter, thinks Neary will win it. Johnny Nelson, when we talked to him, said it's so close to call. It's living up to all expectations. Eamonn Magee trying to outbox Shea Neary, who will go through the pain barrier, have no doubt about that. Neary right hand, and there's a different look about Magee.
He doesn't have that confidence. He's flailing a little bit with his punches now. They're just arm punches. He's not getting the hip and shoulders behind him now. Definitely not the same look of confidence about his work now. He's trying to nick the fight now rather than go out and win it.
John Breen screaming in the Magee corner, use your jab. Must out-jab him. Magee, who was saying earlier that if it goes according to the game plan, he'll win this easily. But he's not getting his weight forward behind the jab at the moment.
Well, he's making Neary miss in this round, which is probably a little bit more important. Neary not really finding the target yet.
Never floored Eamonn Magee. Neary has 3 times.
Neary is still allowing Magee to move to his right. He really should be stepping across and pushing him around the other way and taking away some of the rhythm.
A very honest and real man, Shea Neary. He said he was quietly confident about this, locked himself away, didn't talk to anyone. That's the way he likes to do things. Magee starting to find the range.
See, Neary, no accuracy in this round. He's been pressing forward, he's been getting into punching range well, but the accuracy has not been there. Magee just pulling his chin back, that little fraction just to keep him out of danger.
He's not weaving much, Shea Neary, as he did when he was ruling the WBU like welterweight world. On the title back in '96 with a win over Darryl Tyson. He floored and outpointed the Washington DC veteran to win that belt and became a real hero in Liverpool and respected in the trade as the #1 light welterweight. Still is on paper.
See, I just keep wondering what the battle with the scales over the years has done to Shea Neary. Has to take its toll eventually.
Yes, he lost that round.
Yeah, you feel with the jab.
That's Charles Atkinson.
So let's have the double jab and the right one. Because the pace is slowing now, his pace is slowing. But he's still looking to sell out the win. He's flicking that jab out nicely.
Double jab and right hand. He's got to put punches into bunches.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. You can't throw single shots to a cute southpaw like Eamonn Magee. You won't hit him all night long. You have to put punches. You have to be prepared to miss the first couple of punches, but land with the third. Then if you land with the third, then you can maybe get another 2 punches out. But single punches, a waste of time. A little bit dangerous head work there from Magee. Thankfully, it didn't make contact. But Magee on the defensive in that round, but just stealing the points. Not going out and winning rounds this time, but nicking the points enough just to nick it on my card.
Magee smiles as he returns to war with the man he's been calling out for over 2 years. He went down to Dublin and was handing out flyers to Shea Neary when he was WBU champion, begging for the fight. Now he's got it. Good left from Magee. That was classy. His first stab at this Commonwealth title, Eamonn Magee, he lost to Paul Burke. Really strange decision that. Waited 10 months for a rematch and made Burke pay by flooring him 3 times and stopping him in the middle rounds. He seems to wake up Magee when he needs to.
Yeah, Neary just can't pin him down, but he's still trying with the single punches. His corner gave him good advice. Get the punches out in bunches, but the single punches will never trouble this fella.
Really did look poor, Shea Neary, when he fought Alan Bosworth at the Elephant and Castle. Looked a shell, really, of his former self. Apparently had to lose 8 or 9 pounds in the last couple of days. He's made light welterweight now for 10 years, Shea Neary. Every time boiling himself down, can he remain strong?
See, people don't realise it's the full weight. That's another good shot. Bang on the chin.
Solid left from Magee. Neary took it well. And comes back with the right of his own. That's it, says Judas Cotti in the corner. The Shamrock Express charging forward.
He first with the jab.
The battle lines have been drawn.
Well, that was a bit more thought from Neary, trying to bob and weave under the southpaw jab there. He's just been a little bit too predictable for too many of the rounds here.
Yes, single jabs from Neary. Excellent counters from Magee like that one. Really good boxer, Eamonn Magee. Could have gone to the Olympics but had a row about a box-off where he'd beaten an opponent already. He's walked out of training camps, and what mentally goes on inside his head, few know. But the talent is there.
Neary hasn't managed to draw him into a war yet, and if this goes on, then you'll start losing hope.
Magee nods and smiles. It's going well for the Belfast fighter. Well, Neary has thrown more and landed more, according to the computer, but I think the eye-catching work's been from Magee.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think so too. A lot of his punches have been missing, they've been out of range. And just a little bit too predictable. He's going to have to come up with a little bit more imagination, Shea Neary.
He's walking into them.
Yeah, the quality punches in that round. He didn't do an awful lot of work, Magee, but the quality shots, he wasn't taking any punches, and the quality counters, he's always ready to come back with those.
Shea Neary still intense. He'll never show anything else. Denny Mancini with a hug for Eamonn Magee as they go out for the 6th round. This is the Commonwealth belt. The British champion now, Ricky Hatton, after the excellent 12-rounder he had at Wembley with John Thaxton. Magee said he would take Hatton to the cleaners and deal with him. Roy Francis saying, time out here, come here. He won't have any bad behaviour in there, Roy Francis. Very, very strong referee who, of course, did the Tyson Julius Francis one, and also one of the Eubank Thompson fights. Most experienced referee we have. Good that he's in there. Right and left from Shea Neary now.
See what a difference when he puts punches together. Single punches are never going to work. He'll still be prepared to take a shot in the way in, but he's going to have to throw it 3 and 4 shots.
He used those combinations so brilliantly when he fought Andy Holligan in the Marquee on Stanley Park. An intense battle of attrition, which Neary came through by throwing more leather and overwhelming Holligan.
I think Neary is trying to be too precise with single punches. He has to be prepared to miss punches with this fellow. This is a very slick southpaw, excellent boxer. He has to be prepared to miss some punches, to land some, throw them in bunches.
Both have power, and there's respect there, despite all the talking beforehand, certainly from the Magee camp. There's a genuine feel that these are the 2 best light welterweights in Britain. And they want to know who is the finest.
But Magee's never really been rattled yet. He's got himself into a nice little rhythm. He's picking his shots, he's thinking what he's doing, he's not taking too many chances. It's maybe not nail-biting stuff from Eamonn Magee, but I think these are the tactics he's decided on, and he's employing them very well, boxing well.
Jim, that's what you were saying to me last night at the weigh-in. That's the way Magee will win this fight.
Yeah, he can't afford to get involved with Neary. He can't afford. He's been a little bit negative. He hasn't done too much in this round. He's maybe trailing in this round because he's done virtually nothing. But he's still in that little pattern. Neary can't shake him out of that.
Still chasing, trying to grind down the distance. Neary. He knows how important this is for his career. After the Mickey Ward fight, we said at ringside, what are you going to do now? He said, go and get a job. Well, he's still an excellent fighter who has given everything to this sport. Is he doing enough? Well, who do you give that one to?
I thought Neary won that round just in sheer work rate. Magee was a little bit negative, but he kept himself out of trouble for most of the round. But he really didn't set himself about his task properly. Just a little bit too negative in that round. But still, no great panic in anything that Neary did. He's still in that little rhythm that he's found, Magee. But he wants to do a little bit more work. He wants to hang on to this title.
Well, let's have a look at how Jim's got it. 2 rounds up to Magee at the moment at the halfway stage. It's been very, very close. And the latter part may suit Neary more. He's been there more often. Round 7 of an appealing, entertaining Commonwealth light welterweight title clash between the champion Eamonn Magee in his green, white and gold skirt up against Shea Neary, the Shamrock Express from Liverpool.
I think Magee wants to show just a little bit more urgency now. He looked a little bit lazy in the previous round. Counter-punching's okay, but just a little bit more urgency in his work's required to keep this man at bay.
He can be lazy, but he can also explode his power. Eamonn Magee. David Kirk, the southpaw, messed him around for 7 rounds before he took him cleanly out. And he blew away Alan Temple as well in a stunning knockout, although Temple is a lightweight. Magee's been saying that Neary has just fought built-up lightweights, and here's a full-blown light welter. Who's physically stronger in that?
I would say Neary probably physically stronger. Not necessarily the biggest puncher, though. Power and strength, as we've said earlier, 2 different things.
Neary with 16 stoppages, and Magee with 18 fights. Only 3 of his wins gone the distance. 2 defeats on the record, Magee. One of those was an early fight against the Boston light welterweight Teddy Reed when he went over to America. And the other, that controversial one with Paul Burke. Left and right. Smart work from Eamonn Magee. One thought we had beforehand was, has Eamonn Magee really met anyone yet? Apart from Burke, not many names on the record. Shea Neary's his biggest fight by far.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, as I was saying on the way into the ring, this is his graduation. Another good right hand. Part of a stumble there, but a good punch nevertheless.
Neary just can't get his jab working. Not enough for going through. Sporadic.
But having said that, Magee again, not a lot of urgency in this round.
Neary trying to rough Magee up in close. When he has the distance, Magee can outbox Neary.
Well, he's coming into Neary's kind of fight now. Full credit to Magee, he's staying in range all the way through.
Yes, it's shifted. The plot. Neary now holding centre ring and trying to pick off Magee. Excellent fight, and I wonder how Belfast hero Barry McGuigan back in the studio is seeing this one. It's close, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very close. I give that round to Neary too, so now I have it 2. I don't know what you guys have it, but I have the fight only 2 rounds to Magee. Magee has been backing up for the last 3 rounds. He's switching on for a round, then switching off for 2. He's got to be more decisive. He's got to work harder. And Neary, although he's pressurising, his work is ineffective. They're saying to double the jab and use the right hand. He's not doing it. He's throwing the punches from too far out. He hasn't hit Magee with 1 clean punch. It'll be interesting when that actually happens. But Magee's got to step his work up if he wants to be a convincing winner here.
That's right, and we are entering Neary zone, Neary territory. I've got Magee 1 up, so has Jim. And there's 5 to go. Charles Atkinson pleading with Neary. Breathe.
One to him now, come on.
Come on. Stamina. Here we go, 8th round of one of the most eagerly awaited domestic clashes of the year. The Shamrock Express, Shea Neary in the black trunks, marauding forward. Trying to break the rhythm and the snap of the Commonwealth champion, Eamonn Magee, the local fighter from the Ardoyne area. of West Belfast. Magee, who's had street fights, he's had a knife attack on him, problems out of the ring, wants to try and put it all behind him and move forward. The winner of this will surely go towards world class. The loser, who knows? It's that important.
Well, I think it's time for Magee to back up. The words I've been saying the last couple of rounds, a bit more urgency is required. Barry back in the studio agrees with me. Does he really want this, or is he trying to find an easy way to get a win here? This is not an easy game. It's not supposed to be an easy game. Sometimes you've got to do it the hard way, and that time has arrived for Eamonn Magee. He's looking a little bit negative.
Back comes Magee, though, just as you said that. He's got to really want this. Eamonn Magee, he can't mess up what he calls his graduation night. He's on home soil.
So the difference I see at the moment, Eamonn Magee is trying to nick the fight here, whereas Shea Neary is trying to get right out and get it.
Well, that was the one question mark over Eamonn Magee. How would he deal with the pressure? Can he fight in more than just bursts?
So far, another ineffective round from Magee.
There's another one. He's got strength and power, and he seems almost afraid to use it at the moment, Magee.
These tactics would be okay from Magee if every 20 seconds or so we're burst into action with a couple, with some combinations, but he's doing nothing. He's flicking out the jab now and again. He's been outworked again by Shea Neary in this round.
Right hook from Neary, and his jab getting home more. They've got past the opening few rounds, the Neary camp. This is where they felt their man would come on strong. He's done it time and again. Magee hasn't done what Mickey Ward did to Shea Neary, and really mark him up and throw hard leather. Neary's coming back into this. Charles Atkinson right by Neary. He said he's as hard as ever, his legs as good as ever, his reflex is good, he's landed many more than Eamonn Magee. The success rate's better. Shea Neary,
I don't know if I agree with that, although Adam, I think we'll take quality into this as well, and it's far closer than the computer suggests. But
is he in the driving seat now?
Definitely not. He only looks half at it, as a matter of fact. In the last couple of rounds, he's looked half at it, as though he's just fiddling around, hoping he can just keep himself out of trouble and nick a verdict. He's not going out here and getting it. This is an important title fight, a career-defining night for him. He should be going out and getting it.
They're really reading him the riot act in the corner. As you see, Jim's got it dead level. John Breen and Denny Mancini, while they're on the replays, was slapping Magee's chest. Come on. Do you want this? How much? Neary steams out. Works the body for the first time, Shea Neary. Told to keep them up by Roy Francis. But is that a good plan?
Well, the main plan is that Neary has to throw them in bursts. He's getting a chance now to do that. Magee has slowed down. As I say, he only looks half at it. He's not initiating any attacks whatsoever. He's just waiting to counter, and if you throw 3 and 4 punches at a counter puncher, you don't give him a chance to get moving.
The weight struggle that we were worried about with Shea Neary has not had the effect at the moment. No problems for Neary with that just yet. Magee, who took 2 trips to the scales, whether it was slightly unprofessional or whether maybe he's struggling. He has weighed 10-4, 10-5 before for non-title fights. This is where you need every ounce of strength. It's a more solid, hard look about Neary now.
Yep, and I still feel Eamonn Magee not really putting his heart and soul into this. He's just fiddling around, trying to do little clever things, never initiating any attacks. was fiddling around, just trying to single punch counter. As I say, these tactics would be okay if he would burst into life now and again, but he's not bursting into life.
The critics have said Eamonn Magee is an on-top fighter. How will he do on the back foot? It's turning more and more into the type of grueling affair Magee would not have wanted. His punch is out of range.
And the improvement we were looking for from Neary earlier on is not required now because Magee is so ineffective.
Yes, he's been very negative in the last 2 or 3 rounds, Eamonn Magee. Needs something to spring him to life. Just single jabs at this stage, not good enough.
I wonder if he's the type of kid who reacts to what his corner tell him, or does he just do his own thing all the way through? Because no way, his corner must be screaming at him to get a bit more urgency into what he's doing.
Yes, he's closed up behind that tight guard, backpedaling Magee. He's still trying to counter Neary, but the success has not been there. That's another round to the Liverpudlian. And what is Belfast thinking? There's a slightly quieter feel in the Waterfront hall here. Their man is starting to struggle.
Really do his work, and the more jabbing you do, the more trouble he's in. Set the way up your right hands with the jab. Now he's going to get desperate now, so keep your gloves up. Try and keep it short.
Right hand with the jab, says Charles's brother Mike Atkinson.
You know, it's the big difference, Adam. You listen to a happy corner there. They like the way things are going, a happy corner, but look at the other corner. See, Neary putting his heart and soul into this fight, and that's exactly what Eamonn Magee is not doing. Eamonn Magee is trying to nick a verdict here, but he's not boxing with his heart and soul, and he better do that, and he better start now.
There's no smile now on the face of Eamonn Magee as they come out for the 10th. John Breen's cheeks have gone all red in the corner. He's been shouting at Magee. He's always a loose cannon when he took him on. Now he's finding out how much metal the Belfast fighter possesses. His pre-fight prediction, Magee, that he'd stop Neary in 7 has not worked. He's in danger, if he doesn't turn this around, Magee, of letting Neary start to walk away with it. And now Neary in the lead for the first time on Jim's card. Unofficial, of course. Referee Roy Francis, the only one that matters in there. Neary has not taken a backward step. We didn't think he would. Again, they shout from the Magee corner. Why is he not working harder?
I do not remember the last time he actually initiated an attack. He's been trying to counter with little clips around the ear to Neary, but not putting his heart and soul into it.
It's almost as though he doesn't believe in himself. Certainly not over the last few rounds. No knockdowns so far, but it's been intriguing all the way. Highly competitive. Both boxers concentrating so hard.
See the difference when Neary gave a little feint there? That's what he should have been doing all the way through. And then with a tricky boxer, you give a little feint before you make the move. A couple of times he did it there and it paid results.
Tries to come close again, Neary, and Magee just said something to him. There is no love lost between the two men. but they must be gaining enormous amounts of respect for each other. Now Neary starting to get confident, bobbing and weaving like the Neary of old.
I wonder maybe if Magee thought Neary would be blowing by this point because of the reported weight worries that we all know he must be going through.
The solid jab now from Neary. He's the one blocking the shots. Well, Magee catches Neary right on the bell, just smiles at him. But it's another round, I'm afraid, for the Belfast crowd to accept. I'm sure that Shea Neary has won, Jim.
This is the 11th round.
Yeah, he's outworking Magee now. Magee's nice little punches now and again.
You understand? You understand what I'm saying to you? He's going to come at you because that's all he can do. Right? Be ready for that.
Be ready for what? Good TV shots. What they say. Don't let him get toppy.
Grit your teeth, let them know.
Well, there's two voices going on in there. John Breen on the left, Denny Mancini behind. That must be confusing, Magee.
No, that's confusing of his instructions. All they're trying to do is fire the guy up. For some reason, he's dropped into a lower gear and he won't come out of it. So they're just trying to scream at him. But you can see here, maybe not connoisseur boxing from Shea Neary, but he's the one pushing forward, taking the initiative, letting the punches go.
21st fight of Eamonn Magee's career, the most important, his Commonwealth light welterweight defence. Number 2 against Shea Neary. It's been enthralling. How will Roy Francis be seeing things? We think Neary has got back into it after Magee forged an early lead. Now Magee starting to fight and open up. He did that in the second round, briefly. He must continue that, surely, till the final bell now. He's got nothing to lose.
He has to move up a gear. He has to show a little bit of desire here. As I keep saying, put his heart and soul into this. He's just trying to nick the fight. He's not going out and getting it.
Well, Shea Neary with his new trainer, Charles Atkinson, he was never going to be changed. But Atkinson seems to have fired Neary up. John Hyland, his promoter, was saying that he's never seen Neary this intense and focused. He knows he can't lose this. And although maybe Neary's punch resistance not as good as Magee's, he hasn't pressed that home, the Belfast man.
Look, he's been so negative for round after round. Just really no imagination. We know he's capable of so much better work than this, but he hasn't set his mind about the job properly.
At the moment, Eamonn Magee is a talented fighter who is not doing enough. Out of range, again, Neary does that strange wobble of his. And Magee was having so much effect earlier on with his jab and countering left, but it's vanished.
Maybe Magee thought it was going to be easy, Adam. Maybe he was expecting an easy night and it hasn't come his way, and he's reacted badly to that.
To be fair, Magee did say that Neary was dangerous, but he was the one calling out the words, what was going to happen to Neary. He would retire him. Neary kept quiet, and maybe he'll have the last laugh.
Not a lot of clean punches been landed in this round. A lot of punches blocked are out of range here. There's another one, misses the target.
Again, back to the ropes for Magee, who has the hope of a world title fight with Costa Sue if he can get past Neary in Belfast, but he's got to do something in these last few minutes. Eamonn Magee, he's got to back Neary up. Can he do it? He raises his hands to the air, but there's a boo from the crowd. I don't think they think Magee's doing enough.
They're not impressed. I mean, the Belfast crowd know they're boxing. They know when a guy is giving them full value for money. and really Eamonn Magee has only been half at it for the last 4 or 5 rounds.
Neary landing many more punches than Magee. The quality, the superior skills early on from the man on the left of your screens, the Belfast fighter. The night he wanted to get up there and prove himself, but the night that Shea Neary did not want to lose. Jim's card, Neary 2 up. Therefore, Magee needs a knockdown on the unofficial card there. How do we think Roy Francis is seeing it? What will he be looking for, aggression or skills?
Well, just the whole shooting match. I mean, thankfully we've got one of the best referees in the business here, most experienced. He's handled the fight so well. This is a fight that could have gone the wrong way. He's done an excellent job here.
They touch gloves and smile. Respect at last between these two warriors. Magee has got to go for it. His silky boxing out of the window. It's now time, and is it too late to beat Neary at his own game? And he might have the power to do that.
I mean, he's been saving himself, Adam. He must have plenty left, because he certainly hasn't exerted himself the last 4 or 5 rounds. So whatever he has left, he should pour it out now to hang on to this title.
Why on earth did Eamonn Magee not do this earlier? Oh, just a little slap after Roy Francis spits on this. So much fire in that ring. Pride on the line. Passion and intensity. And now the crowd getting behind Magee. Left uppercuts. This is better for the 29-year-old from Belfast. He's really opening up.
You just wonder when he's capable of this, what took him so long. This is quality stuff now in the last round. Where has it been?
He looks $1 million at times, Eamonn Magee. But will the fact that he was negative and retreated into the shell for much of the latter half of the fight make the difference with this title?
Clear kills with the head. I'm sure Roy Francis will have a word, yes. That was nasty.
Yes, it's been very clean so far. Magee knows how crucial these last 3 minutes are. Back comes Neary. Well,
if Magee had done this in the previous round, he could have taken everything Neary had left and maybe forced a stoppage. He's left it far too late. He's put everything into the last round here, and it looks as though he's left it far too late.
He's got about 45 seconds. Can he score a knockdown? His corner is shouting. Neary probably feels he's done enough. He's on the move now. And Magee back in the middle of the ring, throwing out his hard punches. But is it too little, too late? There are bound to be arguments, whatever happens. I'm sure if Magee loses this, he will not be happy. Maybe 2 for Neary. It looks like it's going to go the full way, as many people anticipated. Who's got it? Magee retains his Commonwealth light welterweight title. There's jubilation from the Magee camp, but boos from the crowd who think that Neary should have got the decision. The Neary camp can't believe it. Eamonn Magee is jubilant. Yes, he had a fantastic last round, but over the course of 12, should he have won it?
Well, sometimes in a close fight, you have to have a feeling at the end of the fight, and you ask yourself, who do you think deserved to win that fight? And the answer for me is Shea Neary, because he put everything into it. Eamonn Magee here, he was fiddling for most of the round, he wouldn't come out himself, he was backing off, he was flicking little countering jabs. You can hear the crowd, they don't like to decide. This is their home boy. Belfast fans love their heroes, and they're booing this. I don't agree with it. Roy Francis, a top-class referee, he saw it different from me, that's fine. But I saw Shea Neary by 1 round.
Magee got the unlucky toss of the coin when he fought Paul Burke. Now he seems to have had the shade of fortune. Well, the Magee fans happy, and there's people at ringside shaking their head. It's a controversial one, this. We probably shouldn't have expected anything different. Neary on the computer, the more successful. And round by round, well, it will be fascinating to see quite how Roy Francis had this. It was very close, no question about that. But I think the general feeling at ringside was that Neary had done enough. All smiles for Eamonn Magee, who went over to Shea Neary and they touched gloves, and was good to see that after all the words. Neary gutted.
Ladies and gentlemen of the 12 fantastic rounds of boxing, referee Roy Francis scores the contest for Neary 114 points, for Magee 116 points. Your winner, and still the Commonwealth light waterweight champion from the Ardoyne in Belfast, the Terminator, Eamonn Magee.
Well, the fans show their delight. Roy Francis had it by 2 rounds. It must have been for Magee's early work.
All you have to remember, Adam, I had it for Neary about 1 point, so it's a close fight. You cannot call it a bad decision. I saw it different. Most people here seem to have saw it different from the referee, but it's not a bad decision. But as I said earlier, sometimes at the end of a close fight, you ask yourself in your heart, who deserved to win this fight? And the answer, without a doubt, is Shea Neary.